Hey guys, good morning. I'm waiting for others to join for a few minutes.
Good morning.
Yeah, very good morning. All right, we have most of the folks. I'll quickly share my screen. Yes. All right. So today's session is all about Python operators. Okay. So what exactly are these operators? So we have seen these symbols that we use when we are like adding two numbers, subtracting a number, and multiplying a number. So these are basically mathematical operations, right? Like plus, minus. That is what the symbol used for the particular operation, right? So we can do the same thing in Python programming also. That is where operators are being used. Okay, so basically operators are used to perform different operations on variables and values. The variables, you know, right? Like the values that we create and assign to them. So I have two number, let's say A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 5. I can do different operations on them, and these are the set of operators that are available in Python. Okay. First is arithmetic operators. We'll go one by one. I'll show. I mean, there are so much of operators. I'll not do all of them in hand. I'll just like take the tricky parts and explain them here in notebooks. Okay. So arithmetic operators are as simple as that. Like you can do a plus in the same way we do in mathematics, and then you can get the result. Like a plus b is equal to 15. Plus is doing the operation it is supposed to do, adding the two numbers. So this is for integers, okay? Because a and b are implicitly integers here. You can check that using the type. We have learned this yesterday, no? Yeah. So you can find the type of the data type with type. Now these two are integers, so you are adding these two nicely, okay? What will happen if I add two strings? I'll take something like first name and last name. Okay. So these two are basically strings. We all know. I can check the type also in front of you. Okay. This is also a string and this is also a string. Okay. What will happen if I try to add these two strings? Basically, what will happen if I put this plus operator in between these two guys is so this plus in case of string data type, it acts as like a concatenator, the person who connects the two things. Okay. So addition in case of numbers, we know it is going to do the normal max addition. But if it is for string you are doing, it is going to just like connect the two strings. So what will happen when you do it for float? Let me take this only. I'll just like convert it to 10.1 and 5.1. Okay. So for float, it is like normal numbers only. No, we will be doing like decimal addition, decimal subtraction, multiplication, division. In normal max also, all of these is feasible. So same thing, it works here also. If you take the data type of float and then if you do the addition of that, it is going to do the same operation. Okay. So what happens when you do it for Boolean? Any answers from the audience? See, I'm taking two Boolean variables now. I'll take like bool1 equal to true. Boolean is that only, no, true or false basically. And I'll take bool2. bool2 equal to false. So what will happen when we do addition on a Boolean data type? Yesterday we have discussed this topic. It is not completely out of syllabus.
Uh, Result will be Boolean. Like it, does it act like a OR operator?
Operator, you mean or operator?
Yeah.
Okay. You are telling like if I do a plus of these two, it might act like an or operator. Like this. I
Yeah.
if I do plus, it is internally going to choose like or operation. Okay, we
Yeah.
separately have an operator for that. Right now I have shown
Yeah.
right or and it has been highlighted into green. So you know it is a keyword. There is an operator, especially for this operation in Python. So it is not. Any other answers from audience? You can like tell in chat also, that's fine. Okay. Okay. In the matter of time, I'll just like move forward. So what I have told you is like whenever a boolean is having a value of true, it internally means that it is like one, right? I have told you. So if I try to convert this bool to int, you know, right? So this we have seen yesterday. Whenever there is a true, whenever there is something, it is going to give me one. So what exactly will happen is bool1 plus bool2. So bool 1 is going to be a 1 and integer of bool 2 is going to give me 0. Okay. So 1 plus 0 is again 1. Okay. So the answer is if it is true, it is going to be an integer equivalent of 1. If it is false, it is going to be integer equivalent of 0. Okay. So after that, all the arithmetic operations is in the same way, like how you do it, like subtraction, multiplication, division, all of them. So I have shown you an example for arithmetic operator addition with four different data types. So let us do one thing. Let's do mix match. No, why let it be? We'll try to like add an integer and a float now. Okay, I'll try to add 1 plus 2.9. Okay. So if we now we clearly know this one is an integer, then this 2.9 is a float. Maybe I'll just like separately declare them because this is the first time I'm teaching, right? I don't want to like rush so much. 2.9. Okay. Now my type of A is int. All right. And type of B is float. Now you know these two are belonging to different data types, but we also know like in these two data types, addition is completely fine. I mean, like normal mathematics, you can add these two things, which is something we already know. So what I'm expecting is while adding these two, I wanted 3.9 because 2.9 it is a decimal value. So if you add it like this, it is going to give me 3.9. Okay. So what will happen if I combine the two values that is like int and boolean? Now the type of B is bool, right? So now you all know, right? Like true is equivalent to what?
1.
Yes. So the answer I'm expecting is
1.
no, A is 1 and B is now true is equal to 1. So 1 plus 1 I'm expecting 2. This A is 1, right?
Yeah.
And the 1 and 2 is again internally 1. So while adding these two, I'm gonna get 2. Okay. So this way, I mean, like you can like combine them. And if you are going for string, you know what to do because we discussed this also yesterday. So type of B is a string now, but one is an integer. I'm planning to combine these two. It's gonna give me an error. And we saw the same error yesterday also. We cannot concatenate, I mean, we cannot add a integer and a string, okay, explicitly like this. I can do one thing, I can just convert this.
To a string.
Yes. If I deliberately want to combine a string for some purpose, let's say I'm creating an ID or token or something, I wanted to combine it this way, then you can go and like side with typecasting, type conversion, the concept that we discussed yesterday. Okay. So this is all about addition. Okay. Next, there are like other different operators. I'll just like, I don't want to like take so much of time and do all of them in hand. And I have like opened this website. I know most of you people have like used it, W3 Schools. This is a nice website which I often rely on for my own personal use also. So here, I mean, they have listed down, I mean, for Python programming only, they have given a lot of theory, and there only you can run the example and quickly see the results. So I'm like going here, and you see like these are the different arithmetic operators available in Python. So like arithmetic operation, that is something you need to know, like arithmetic, normal mathematical plus minus those stuff. That's why these are arithmetic operators. And there are like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 arithmetic operators in Python. And subtraction is like normal subtraction only. Like you subtract a two number, you subtract a two integer, 5 - 2. Okay, we'll try it here. We have an editor now handy. So 5, 3, it is gonna give me 2. And 5 - 3.1, this will also work because this is int and float. We tried adding these two, so subtraction is also working here. And what will happen when I take a two string? That will be a bit different, right? I'll take key t and I'll try to subtract key from here, okay? So now these two are string and I have deliberately wanted this RTHI, so I am doing like this. Will it work? Let's see.
No.
It won't work. The same error, you see, type error, unsupported operand, and this one we have already seen here, no?
Right.
The type of the error is like type error, basically. Unsupported operand. Operand is nothing but like whatever you are trying to like do with this. All right. So this doesn't work. Subtraction doesn't work for this, but Boolean will again work because we know no Boolean is internally like ones and zeros. So x I'm keeping as true and y I'm keeping as false. So 1 - 0, I'm expecting the output as 1. Okay. So this is about Boolean, and float you already know. For string only it doesn't work. Like moving on. Next is about this multiplication operator. So the star you can imagine like the int we put in max, no? Like 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6. That guy is this guy. So we'll quickly like see how it works for this also. So 5 3s are 15, no? That is working. And 5 into 3.0, I'll give 15.0. So this is another thing to notice, like one of the data type is int, another one is float, and the output is coming as float. The data type has been converted now. I have missed to tell you this before. So in all the cases, whenever I'm combining int and float, this is what happening. Like it was getting converted to a float data type internally. Okay. And if I try to multiply, int multiplication is feasible, float multiplication is feasible, int and float is feasible. I'll do something string now. I'll try to take a string. I'll as usual take my name only. Then I'll just like do multiplication with a string. Cannot multiply sequence by non-int of type string. This is also a type error. Basically, you cannot do multiplication of two strings. Okay. In the same way, if you, I mean, previously I have shown in the notebook, no, if it is a plus, it is going to work nicely. It is just going to concatenate these two strings and give me the output. But multiplication of two strings is not possible. Okay. But there is a nice thing here. I'll do 3. Okay. I am multiplying a string with an integer now. Okay. I'll try to run this. So what exactly happened is this particular string is being like outputted for 3 times because I have given us 3. So that much of multiples of copies I'm gonna get for a particular string if I try to multiply these two guys. Okay. So multiplication of a number and a string is possible. You don't have to do type conversion, no drama, nothing. You just multiply these two, it is going to give the multiples of the string. If I say 5, it is going to give me 5 multiples. Okay. So this is an interesting thing to note. Next, moving on. And the multiplication of Boolean is possible, and multiplication of integer to Boolean, float to Boolean, all of these are possible because you can imagine Boolean when doing all the arithmetic operation, it internally is a number, ones and zeros. And float is anyways a number, integer is a number. The only tricky part is string. That's why I'm trying to show the examples for the string examples. Okay, with integer and float basically. I'll be moving forward. Next is this division operator. So division is something we do in maths all the time. So what exactly happens is it is going to give me the numerator of the division. So this kind of division we do know, like this we'll do. And here you will write a number, and here you write the dividend, divisor, and in the top you'll get the quotient, and in the bottom you'll get the remainder. So I'm just like drawing in pages. I'll like take on example. This guys, this is what I was talking about. So 10 divided by 3. So 10 is the dividend, 3 is the divisor, and you will get like 3 threes are 9. So 3 is your quotient, and remainder out of the 10, you are going to have 1. This is a normal division we do in hand now. The same way, the quotient is something you are going to get for this backslash, not backslash, the slash, this division. Quotient is something you'll get here. And this percentage, no, this guy, he's called as modulus here. Modulus is the remainder basically. Okay, where is it? Here. So remainder, whatever you see, this remainder is going to come as modulus. So whenever you have a problem and you want a remainder, you immediately use modulus operator. Whenever you have a problem, you want the quotient, you need to use the division operator. We can quickly see the example. 12 and 3. So 4 threes are 12. 4 is the quotient and 4 is what I'm getting here. If I immediately change this thing to modulus, so now tell me like what is the remainder of this? Anyone?
0.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is how like this modulus and division operators works. So modulus is remainder and division is quotient. As soon as you see this, you just like relate it with this one. So it will be easy. You will not forget it. Sometimes people get confused what outputs what. That's why I have like shown you this one. And next, moving forward, exponentation operator. So exponentation is like power. We do
Yeah.
this 2 to the
X
power of
square
5.
X. Yeah.
3 to the power of 9, like this. So whenever you do 2 stars, this refers to exponentation. And exponentation is like this only. When you expand it, this is the output you are going to get. 2 multiplied 5 times, you are going to get 32. And we'll take the other interesting parts. Float is also going to work like 2.1 to the power of 5. This is going to give me a float output, something 32 dot. Yeah, which is more than 32 because 2.1, no. All right. And there is one more thing I'll show you. This output is not very pleasant, right? Like it is having so much of values after the decimal. If I want to like cut short it to a shorter one, we have some function in Python. Like this is an inbuilt function, like the print one, this is inbuilt. You can give round, comma 2. So round means you are rounding it off to the next two values after the decimal point. So the output will be 40.84 for this. Forty-one two. Okay, rounding, I mean, it just remove the decimal. So I prefer W3 schools a lot of time. Round the number to only two decimals. This is what I also did. 5.79. I did the same thing, no? This I rounded off this result. Okay, I'll do one thing. This is not a problem. Not because of this, it is not working. Okay, what exactly is the problem? Okay, maybe it is rounding off like this. It says 84, no? So it is like moving to the next nearest decimal 41. But still this 2 is wrong, right? It should be like dot 2 or something. Maybe this all these terms got converted to 2. Okay. I'll not take up your time. I'll find the answer and tell you in the next class why this is behaving like this. Okay. So, yeah. Exponentation, basically, that is what it does. It does the like multiples of things. And what will happen when you do exponentation in other data types? That is what I wanted to show next. I'll do like, I'll try to take the experimentation of strings. What do you guys think? Anyone guessed it? Like it could be an error?
Yeah, actually, I was on mute.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, this is gonna cause an error. Like for strings, now what exactly you can do is addition is feasible, multiplication is feasible. Rest all operators that you see in arithmetic, like this modulus, this division, this exponentation, this floor division, everything is like not gonna work. All of these are not supported for string data types. Okay, but float, boolean, integer boolean, all of those things will work. So this is like the two things that works only for strings. And this is the floor division. It rounds the result down to the nearest whole number. So I was telling about round off, right? Like now, if you say like normal division, what will be the output? Division will give me a quotient, right? So 7 twos are 14. So the quotient will be like 7 dot. It will be like that. But what exactly happens when you do this double slashes? It is going to round me off to the nearest possible value. So it will be 7.1, right? Yeah, no? 2, 15, 7 twos are 14, remaining will be 1. So what will happen? We'll keep a dot and then we'll put a 0. So 5 will be there. 7.5. So 7.5 is being rounding off to the nearest possible number 7. If it is like more than 5, no, that time it will be like going to 8, the next possible number, nearest close by number. Now it is like less than or equal to zero point 0.5, so it is just like rounding off to 7. Okay. So that is all about the arithmetic operators. And there are other different types of operators. I'll take you to the notebook. As I have shown here, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical operators, identity operators, membership operators, and bitwise operators. This identity and membership operators, they are like very commonly used in collection data types. Collection data types are nothing but yesterday we have seen about integer, string, and those guys. No, collection data types are like you take like arrays, list, tuple, dictionary. These two guys will be used mostly there. So what I'm doing is I'm skipping these two for now. I'll just like teach them when we are going actually learning that tuple list. After that we'll cover this. Then for the next case, I'll move on to assignment operators. So assignment operators, what they do is if you have a situation like this, you have a variable a equal to 1 and you want to do something with a itself. Previously for the arithmetic operation, what you have been doing, you have a, you have b, you want to do something with these two guys. At that time you were doing arithmetic operation, but if you want to do something for a and a with itself, That time you will use assignment operators. Let's say I want to add a with 5. A is equal to a plus 5 is what a normal person would do. No, like this is gonna output me a is equal to 5 plus 1, 6. Okay. Instead of writing all these like 3 pieces of code, what I can do is a plus equal to 1. Sorry, 5. I'm adding it with 5 now. So now if you go and check the value of a, it is gonna be, okay, I'm using the same variable again and again. I'll like do one thing. A is equal to 1. And a, I'm going to add it with 5. A is 6. So instead of writing this 2 lines of code, like I mean this extended form of code, a is equal to a plus 5, it is being cut shorter like this. You are just doing plus and equal to together, which means you are doing some operation with a with itself, and the particular value you are doing, like I'm adding plus 5, you are adding this plus 5. So if there is something like this for arithmetic operator plus, then it should be for other arithmetic operators, no? That is what we are going to see next. Like we have the same for minus, we have the same for multiplication, we have the same for division. I'll just like show you here. So it will be easy to follow along with the definition and example parallelly. So you see this, no? Assignment operators. And equal to is a normal assignment operator. X is equal to 5. When you write like plus equal to, you are basically writing x is equal to x plus 3. This is the extended version of this symbol you are using here. And subtraction is same. Multiplication is same. The extended versions are given on the right side. So I think it will be easy for you guys to follow here. And this is exactly what x divided by 3, and the slash is going to give you the quotient of it. Okay, and this is exactly this line. The same way for all the operators which we have discussed in the arithmetic operators. The new operator that you are going to see here is and equal to, or equal to, not equal to, and left shift right shift equal to. So first we need to know about who are these and or not and all. No, we'll like go there and come back. So and or and not are bitwise operators basically. This one you see is right, like this and is a bitwise operator of the normal like and operation. So I have taken something before the session only. Yeah, like this. Okay, so we have two numbers, a is equal to 5, b is equal to 3. Internally, the binary value of the number is being taken. We use the binary values and periodic table, and we keep not periodic table, the XOR gate, on and gate in engineering and all, you could have learned these steps. So, like what exactly happens is this number is taken, it is being converted into binary, and it acts like that gate exactly. So, A and B, you are doing an AND operator on it, and you are getting the output as 1. So, you will actually get a binary output. The binary output is then converted to a like decimal value. Okay. So you don't have to go in depth and learn about what exactly this AND operator does. Like what, I mean, there is this rule like returns 1 only if both corresponding bits are 1. In this case, 1, 1, it is same. So we are going to give 1. 0, 0, 0 and 1, it is not same. So it is going to give me 0. 1 and 0, not same, 0. 0 and 0, it is going to give 0. So this is the rule for AND operation of bits. So you have to just like keep this in mind. If you are coming across a situation like this, imagine you are writing a Python encryption code or decryption code. So you have to like you are sharing a data in a network. You are supposed to send the encryption code with that. So whenever it reaches your client, you have to like the client has to put the decryption code. So in those kind of scenarios, this binary conversion, bitwise operators, those guys will be used basically. Okay, I'm just giving you a like a real life example of where exactly you use this in your code. Okay. The same way for or there is another logic returns 1 if at least one of the corresponding bit is 1. And XOR returns 1 if the corresponding bits are different, otherwise 0. Not is basically not of the particular value. 0 means 1, 1 means 0. Okay. So left shift and right shift. I mean, whatever I'm showing in the screen, no, Python is internally doing the same thing. Whenever you are putting this AND operator, it is doing this logic inside. And OR operator, it is doing this logic inside. Okay. So there were like, yeah, 4 of them, these 4, and left shift and right shift. So what is this left shift and right shift is? Basically, after getting this output, no, this output. After getting this output, you are going to like shift it to the left of 2 digits, shift it to the right of 2 digits. So you might ask, like, what if I'm shifting it to the right of 2 digits? There are no 2 digits only, no, what will happen? So you'll put zeros. And if you are moving it in the right, you'll put again zeros. Like that, you have to like, I mean, if there is a scenario like that, they are asking you to like do the rotation or a left shift or a right shift, you need to use these operators, left shift and right shift operators. And this is the exact symbol that we use for it, like two symbol less than or equal less than and two greater than symbols. So you won't use most of this like very frequently. It might like initially sound very confusing to you, but what I can guarantee you is like you don't have to know in depth, but what is bitwise operator, what exactly it does, and where it is being used in your domain. That is the knowledge you need to have. Okay, so this is all about the bitwise operators. Now going back to the assignment operators. So we know, no, if it is arithmetic operation plus, then it is going to be plus equal to. In the same way, we have the thing for bitwise operator also. If it is and equal to, it means x and 3. If x is 2, you are doing the and operation with the same 2 itself, and that time you are using this equal to. So generally, this is the golden rule. If there is a symbol and the symbol is given equal to right next to it, it means some operation is happening on that variable itself. That is what is assignment operators is all about. Okay. So moving forward, we have comparison operators. Comparison operators are cool. I mean, like just like you are comparing them, you are using two equal to's to compare whether two variables are equal or not. I'll show you here to compare whether two variables are equal or not. So x is equal to 3. No, it is not. Then it would okay, and the output will be in the form of boolean true or false for the assignment for the comparison operators. So not equal to, this is like the symbol for not, this achiyakuri. I mean, I have mentioned it in Tamil, yeah, but this symbol is especially for not equal. Then you have to like have other operators, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So this is the normal mathematical comparison we do know. That is all about this operators. And you can like I'll share this website link also in the WhatsApp. You can like go on like play around. And of course, we are having question and answers for this. We'll have something in RT Pro also, so you can like do the quizzes there to learn more. And this operators, logical operators. So logical operators, I'll take it here. It is just like three operators. Let's say I have a boolean value. This is what actually he was explaining before. I was asking a question, no, and someone was telling this only. So yeah, I'll take with the example: a is equal to true, b is equal to false, and forget about the bits and all. Now it is all about the text and a and b. So what exactly does and operation do? It tries combining these two, no? So a is true, but b is false. If both of them are true, it is going to return me true. It is like multiplication of these two. A is equal to true, b is equal to true, then true. I mean, a is equal to false, b is equal to false, then false. If it is opposite of these two, then it is going to be false. And internally, you can always imagine true is 1, false is 0, like that. That is what the entire ideology of Boolean, right? And there is one more operator, A or B. So A or B behaves like the OR operation. If any one of them is true, it is going to say true. Yeah, true. This or this. At least one is true, then it is going to return me true. And there is one more operator, not. So A is true, but not of A is going to give me false. And logical operators and these this guys, logical operators, this logical operators exactly do the same operation like this one, the bitwise operators. Here you are dealing with bits. Whenever you are like in a situation to convert a number to a bit and then you have to do it, then you have to use the bitwise operators. If you are doing it with the other forms like in Boolean or sometimes, that time you need to use logical operators. Okay. And identity operators, membership operators, we'll deal with them later. I mean, like after we teach the list tuple, those data structures. Okay. So that's all I had for operators. I know it is like so much of thing at same time, but once you do the quizzes, no, you'll get the hang of it. Like what exactly are these? These are actually very simple, but sometimes might be tricky in case of different data types. Like doing all these operators with numericals is very easy, but doing them with string, combining the integer and string, those will be like tricky, and you can expect that for interview questions and all. Okay. So I'll close this now. I'll pause for a minute. Do you guys have any questions in whatever I have taught today? Any questions, any doubts?
No.
All right. So that's what I have prepared for theory part, and I thought like we'll do some questions from the platform because we have the next batch of questions added for different data types and operators. Yeah. No. So this is the first batch, right? Like the first set of 50 questions are based on the first class we have seen, like uh, syntax and semantics. The next, if you want to try the next batch of questions, you do this 50 to 50 and move to the next page. So all the questions you see here are for the session we had yesterday, four basic data types and the typecasting within them. Okay. So did you guys like try to finish the first 50 questions? You faced any problems? You wanted to discuss anything in the class?
I think I had this question ID 3952.
3952. Okay.
You can just, yeah.
Hmm. Okay, this
Here,
one.
options A and then C and E is also correct, but it shows E is wrong.
3952. Let me just like go over the question first. Which of these lines will execute without a syntax error? X is equal to 1, y is equal to x plus 1. Line 1 is correct. Everything is nicely divided by semicolon and all. Line 2. B is equal to C plus 1, print B. This is also right. Line 3. This one is false. Line 3 is false. So, which of the following are correct? So, line 1 is correct. Line 2 is correct. Line 1 and 2 is correct. Actually, the editor is like confused. So this is correct. I mean, like, I'll note down the question 3952 and I'll just like mark the right answers. I'll reach out to the team and ask them to fix this. Okay. So anyone else faced any problems because this is actually still in development phase, and I think you guys like understand. Because if you face like if you really feel something is correct, please let me know and I'll alert the team like so that they'll fix this. So this is MCQs, right? That's why this problem is occurring. You will not face these kind of problems when you are actually going to work in a code or something like you will have the actual programming, right? So this is these are MCQs. So sometimes like while we are updating the questions in the UI, might be like getting missed. Okay. I am walking you through the questions of yesterday's class. I'll try to like go in order this time so that we'll finish some in the class and you can like resume the rest when you have time. Okay. I'll start with the first one. So this is about type conversion we discussed yesterday, and the theory part is all here. Mm, what will be the output of the following code?
Yeah.
Yes, you guys can like send the answers in. I'm passing for you guys to answer. Yeah. Guys, converting a float to an integer. There is a float 9.3 and you are converting it to an int. So of course it would be,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just seeing if like I'm entering the text here, but I was not able to see anyone else's text. So
Okay. Actually, you do one thing. Actually, you guys like try to just see the task because I am not encouraging you to not read the theory because theory is something you have already learned in the class. Maybe this will be like revision for you. You can like if you really have a lot of time, you can like go over this theory part and then come to this. But if sometimes it is very straightforward, you go to the code and then you will know the answer right away. And the relevant theory will be here. If you are missing here something, then the error is being shown here, then come back and revise the theory part. It might have some small changes which we have like not discussed in class. uh, that kind of approach will be easy because there are like so many questions are like 50 questions are there for each topic, so it might be like overwhelming. So that's what I'm suggesting. Theory is something which we already know, so try to like see the task and see the answers first. If you are not able to answer, if you are not catching the options or something, then read the theory and then come back. So answers for this, people already giving me, is it? Data is a string and it is 15. You are converting it to an integer and then you are doing this. So what will be the output?
B.
B. Let's see. Yes. So this conversion is something which we did in today's class also. Like if you want to combine a string and an int, you have to make sure these two are in same data type to achieve what you exactly want. This is the ulta of what I shown you in class today. In class, I have shown you this, right? This one. I converted an integer to a string for my specific use case because I wanted to combine two strings. Here in this question, they wanted to combine two different integer values. So they did the opposite. They converted the string to one integer and then they are adding it. Okay. Select only one option as the correct answer. And yeah, this will be your question. 7.8, y is equal to 3, and you are converting all of them. 10.8. And then what you are doing? Okay, someone has given answer. 4051b. Okay, for this question, you are telling A.
No, no, no. Yeah, for
Yeah.
this question, I'm telling it.
This one only, no? Like
Yeah.
4052, you are telling A.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Actually, everything is being discussed here only. Like, we don't have to answer. Like, it is already enhanced explanation is given.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, initially, that is how all the sessions are, right? Like, initially, they will be like very simple questions. Going forward, will increase the complexity. So, that's why it's designed this way. Do you want me to go with this or pick some random question and like solve it?
Random.
Yeah, because I think this is like very simple. You guys can do it on your own. I'm thinking like something tricky which needs to be like discussed with me. Okay. So this also have like for different data types, like these are the types which we'll see in like upcoming classes. So you can like try to answer the ones which you think like I have thought, like tuple and all I have not taught in the class. So yeah, you can pick the questions on that. Matching string and float type casting. So this is the code. String, float.
No, it says like the code's output is 15, and out of those options, which code will give 15?
Okay. Just this one line is the question. Yeah. Yeah, I'll pause for a minute. You guys can go over the options.
E will give.
Hmm. Only one you need to select, is it? Select only one option as the correct answer. Okay.
That is so.
But there are other right answers also, right?
Correct, correct. It should have been multiple.
Maybe I'll try just submitting A. I'll see what it says like. Why is this wrong? Int X, int Y.
If we run it, I think it's right only. There is like three correct answers in there.
I do think, but sometimes we might miss the small things in these kind of MCQs. So I'll just like quickly run this. And they're converting it to int. Okay, this is right only, the way we guessed. And actually, there are other correct answers. So can people try
E also.
finding what are the other correct answers? This is correct, we know. Let's forget about this editor. We'll try to like brainstorm this, like see what are the other correct answers.
C and E also.
What? B and
No, no, C
C?
and then E. Bonus and is supporting. Okay, even B is correct.
Yeah. And here also like 12, 13. This is being converted to int. C is correct. This is correct. And integer of 15 plus this 0.5. So what will happen when you do an integer of a 0.5? It will become 0 mostly. Yeah, I think all of them are correct. Maybe they wanted you to pick the first thing that comes to your mind. Something like that. Let's read this. The int function converts both strings, whole numbers and float registers when combined with operations. The final output depends on the successful typecasting of all inputs. Okay, all the answers are exactly correct. Actually, I'll note the ID 4054. Okay, but I liked solving this question because for a second I also got confused. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, the answer is like everything is correct in that. Oh, you guys got that right? Anyone? All
Yes.
the
Yeah.
options given were correct. Like for 4054, everything in the options is correct because I have like shown you, right? Integer of this kind of float value, well, so it will become a round off kind of thing, so it becomes 0. And that also is gonna give you 15 only. 15 plus 0, 15. I'll try to pick one or two questions, then we'll end the session because we are almost like close. This one, assignment syntax errors. This is about the operators actually, which we have seen today. Assignment operator equal to we were discussing, equal to we were discussing. No, the same here. So I'll pause for a minute. You guys can read it and like tell the answers. And this is MCQ. You can like select how many ever you want.
B,
Okay, B.
D.
P and D.
E. Someone said in the
Yeah.
chat also. Yeah, B, D, and E. Okay. I'll try submitting this now. Yes. Exactly. So this is the two operators I have shown you in the class also, like while moving to the operators, no? This is equal to, this is used for checking whether these two are
Comparison.
equal or not. And there is a if, they have nicely given if, so this clearly is some condition that they are going to use in the code. But rest all is like nonsense. We cannot use any of this in our code. And it is going to cause you syntax error. The type of error also make sure to notice like what exactly type of the error is. All right. So yeah, I'll pick some other question. Hmm. Okay. Doing this, I'm going to the next page. Okay. Hmm. Converting an integer to complex number. Complex number is something we did not see in class. Now I just pick this. Select only one option as correct answer. So there is this data type, particularly in Python, called complex. Okay, in the same way like int, string, and float and bool, complex is also a separate data type. And this has this imaginary part of number. We used to see this in algebra, no? A plus bj, something like that. So this, if you want a value to be written in this format, then you have to use this complex data type. And they are asking what will be the output of this. Okay, someone said C. So when there is no imaginary part, real part is 3, and there is no imaginary part, they'll just like take it as 0. That's what the explanation is about. And here also the same as here. I'm selecting that. Okay, this is particularly like complex data type in Python, and someone might get wonder, it's anyway 0, no, 0 into anything is going to be 0. Why 7 is not the right answer? This is like complex data type, and it is going to give you the output in this form only, real part and imaginary part. It is going to combine it and give you. So that is why it is this. Okay, and yeah, just one last question and we'll end. And I encourage you guys to like go over this next set of 50 questions. I know like you might not have like time to finish all the 50 of them. Like today we are doing no, like we are picking some random 2 to 3 questions and trying to solve them. Do it in this way at least, because that is going to like build confidence in you also. Yeah, we learned this topic nicely. We are able to solve something. Even though you're not like going in the same order, try to pick something like this and then like answer them. Mm. So the type, right? Like when you do it with print, it will give you output like this. So here, type of the axis, if you do it like this, it will give me simply string. But if I put a print before it, this it will give me the class name basically like this. So this is something to notice. And what will be the output for this? Already people are commenting. Okay, people are saying A. I'll just select that. Yes. So this is the difference you need to know. This is something we did not tell in class, and yeah, that is all this was about. Okay, we are sharp on time. So any questions, guys? Anything you want to ask me? Like anywhere you are facing any problems? I'm asking the general feedback from me also. Like anything you want me to like change in the way of teaching or anything like that? Is it understandable? Is it easy to follow for you guys? Guys, is this is my class that boring? I mean, like no one is answering me anything. Are you guys like facing any problems? Do you want me to change anything in the way of teaching or something like that?
No, no, no.
You guys are able to follow, right? Like it is easy, no? I mean, like this is just like after 3 class, and I'll tell you honestly, like this is the first batch I'm taking for live batch of students. So I also want to like get your feedback and like work on me. So that's why I'm continuously asking for feedbacks. Okay. Cool. So we'll follow the same flow. We'll try to like cover some questions in the class, but you also need to like invest some time, guys. Like take some half an hour or sometime a day, and choose these random questions and try to solve them at least. And if you find something is buggy, please like tell the WhatsApp group or like anywhere you want, like messages or something, so that we'll like fix them. Because this 50 setup questions are like prepared hurriedly and then like added in the platform for you guys to revise the topic. So that's why there are like here or there some bugs you are seeing. Mostly I'll review them. Like if I miss few of them, please like reach out and tell us. Okay. So that's all for me. I'll stop sharing the session. And if you guys don't have any questions, we can like end the session for today. Okay, no questions. Yeah, then thanks for joining, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye bye. Bye, Swati.